You guys, today I'm going to be coaching a Reyna or Chamber. I've actually coached him before. I coached him on Jett though, so we're going to be coaching him on a different agent. And just before the video starts, please come to this link if you want some coaching. Also, please subscribe. I've been getting a lot of views, but not as many subscribers, so if you're someone who watches my videos but does not subscribe, please click the subscribe button if you would like more content. Also, I'm very sorry if you hear my cat. He's wanting to play right now, and well, I have a coaching session, so let's begin.
Hello.
Hey, what's up?
Not much.
I like your profile picture.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, changed it.
So would you like to do was it Reyna or Chamber?
So
Do you have any preference at all?
I found in my ranked games, like, duelist role is usually locked. So like about 80% of my games, I'm just locking Chamber just to have a sentinel and just to have some utility. But at the same time, I know you're like a duelist player, coach, and we've already done a Jett. So I'm leaning more towards the Reyna, and that was the game that I did lose.
Yeah.
I think I went like, I want to say like 18 and 18 or something. Like.
Okay. I mean, Chamber isn't really, he's a sentinel, but he's not very hard to understand how to play, so I could definitely coach you how to play him pretty well.
I agree, yeah. He's definitely doesn't have a lot of like advanced stuff to him.
If you say all your duelists are always locked, you're probably not trying to lock like quick enough. And if you, I mean, maybe you are.
Definitely not. Yeah, well, I try to, what's the word? Fill?
Yeah. That's yeah.
I do want a solid team comp whenever.
Sure.
I'm playing to win, but yeah, I definitely could lock more. But I'm scared of the like 4 duelist lock.
I'm not scared of that personally. I would be happy to play with that.
Really?
Because
I mean, it is ranked. I mean, we're not talking about like.
Yeah, because if you're, especially in like Plat, it's like hit or miss how well your teammates are gonna play anyway. So if you're on a character you don't play as much anyway, the only thing that's gonna matter is how well you play on. And if you're playing a duelist you play consistently, it doesn't really matter what your team comp is. I mean, it'd be nice to have like someone to heal you or something, but it mainly matters on defense. Yeah, so it's up to you. It's if you want to fill, you can fill, but I personally don't. I don't do that.
Yeah, I'm leaning into it. Let's do the Reyna.
Okay.
Yeah, what was I gonna say? I was gonna say something I forgot. Also, yeah, congrats on the 152% viewership.
Oh, thanks. Yeah,
that's crazy.
I put that in my channel. I woke up today. Yeah, yesterday was big on the views for some reason. I made a lot of videos. That's probably part of the reason.
That's dope. Yeah, I found you from a search, by the way.
Yeah, that's sick. Yeah, YouTube's I have the most impressions now than I ever have had, so that's very good.
Dope.
And I haven't posted a coaching video in a while, so I'm excited for this. So what do you think are the themes here that you want to look at for this game? Like, what do you think you could have done better?
I was just watching over some of it, and I think my decision, like, I was just watching one round. It's like 4 rounds into the game or something, and I swing C long. It's like for no reason, and I just die because obviously 3 of them are pushing up. Like,
so do you like full swing it?
It's not really a wide swing. It's a tight swing, but it's just enough for 3 people to spam me in the body and kill me. You know, I mean, it doesn't take much.
So the first 2 things that come to mind there that you could maybe do better in that scenario is, like, instead of peeking however you peeked, is we can stop it whenever we actually get there, but you could either jiggle or jump peek just so you're not as much of a like risk to die. Also, you can just flash. If you flash, like if you have 2 flashes, you can just throw one. We could talk about how to throw like a good flash for information.
That's another thing I fail to do with Reyna is actually use my flashes.
So I'll show you some on this map afterward. There's actually a lot on this map. Like, if you see an A link, you can actually throw one into short, and then if they're there, they'll have to shoot it because they'll expect you to be like around the corner, but you're actually an A link. So Stuff like that is
Oh,
what.
really? Okay, you're just
Yeah.
getting free info right there.
Yeah, if they shoot it, if you hear 3 guns
Damn.
shoot, you can just say, yeah, 3A short, guys. Like, it's like that. It's pretty simple.
Free info. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
So how have you been playing before we start since we last had a
Oh,
session? Any better?
yeah. So yeah, I climbed from Plat 2 to Plat 3. I'm like 50 RR from Diamond.
Let's
So,
go. We're gonna get you to diamond from this one for sure.
hell yeah.
Okay. So what do we
All
buy?
right.
What are we buying here on pistol?
I buy when I go Reyna. I go. This is loud as hell, by the way. I buy Ghost Flash on pistol.
Okay, good. I would go ghost double heal, but
Okay,
it is kind of preference. So
I like that too.
yeah.
Especially when I'm not the best at utilizing. I don't even think I use my flash. I may, but I don't remember.
Yeah, a lot of times people will do that. You'll just like buy stuff, and especially on pistol run. But yeah, double heal's nice, especially because it's pistol run. You already don't have armor if you buy ghosts, so having
Right,
a chance to get double max shield is good.
right, and that is why I don't buy armor, because it's like I'm probably gonna get an assist. Isn't it? If you get an assist, you can get the heal off of it.
Yeah, if you do like I don't know how much damage it is, but yeah, I think it's just a normal assist.
Right.
Also, I'd like to see a little more of an aggressive position here. The reason I say this is because on Haven, people always like to push A or C. Like not always, but very, very
Right.
likely.
Do you mean just on pistol round, or do you mean in
yeah,
general? Even
on
full
pistol
bars?
round, on pistol round. But you can play. I like to play aggressive on this map, like almost always. I always like to start the round by peeking something. So I can peek A. I usually peek A long, A short, mid from just B site. Peek out of garage or C long. There's a lot of places you can peek.
Okay.
But
Where do you usually play on this map?
I usually play. I like to play C or A. I don't like.
Okay.
I only play B if I'm just gonna peek. But also, yeah, the play I would have done here is just play close garage doors, jiggle, and then if there's no one, I just start flanking through mid window and flank, because I know it's gonna be an A if
You
if
know
I
it's
don't
gonna
hear
be
C.
one of them.
Yeah, like if they're C, you're gonna hear them because no one walks on this pistol run. So you do have a flash.
I do.
It's not bad.
Oh, you wait. I grabbed the heal instead of the fucking fade.
Yeah, there's a lot of things you could have done there. Mainly just your like aim. There's the tough part, but also yeah, I've been there before where you just heal and you're like, why did I heal?
Yeah.
But I mean, obviously, no, you should have maybe dismissed there. But yeah, just something simple. You don't play as much Reyna as you do Jett, right?
Yeah, I'd say I play Jett more, definitely.
Okay. Yeah, that's normal. So this round, I'm looking to buy probably a shorty, to be honest, but
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I would agree.
did you pause it?
Yeah, definitely.
You can start it.
Okay.
Yeah, I would usually.
So the call here is C, obviously.
It's frozen for me.
Oh, it is, really?
Yeah.
Do you want me to restart the stream?
Yeah. So I stopped at 25 seconds after the first round. But you can.
Is it playing for you?
Yeah. Okay, so you go frenzy.
Okay.
This is good. This is good too. Yeah. So I would go C here personally. Just because they go A, and then naturally, especially in Plat, people just want to go somewhere else.
Right.
And it's not likely for them to pick B because B is a weird one to go to, I feel like. Not as many people know how to go to it. C is kind of straightforward, so that's where I would predict.
I hear you, bro. I got you. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so playing that spot is good, but playing it that tight is it's kind of bad. Just because it's a common spot to sit. People will clear it.
Do you want me to just go ahead and skip this? Because, I mean,
Yeah, you can.
I got you. Yeah, that spot. I mean, the only way I get a kill is if they just don't look at my direction at all.
Yeah, like
So yeah.
I could show you how I would play. I actually would play in the corner, the other corner. Like, see where your Astra's looking right now?
Right, and she was on the other side, so we could have just held that crossfire.
Yeah, I would like that corner just because people are much less likely to clear it unless they drone out. But yeah. Okay. So I would still again prioritize your heal over your flash, like always. That's just me though, because I feel like you can do a lot more if you have double heal. But I can also teach you how to use your flashes. This is good. Nice.
Tron just kind of pointless to watch. I kind of eat, but
no, it's good to watch. Think what you could do better.
One thing I thought was funny is that my Cypher was trying to run out of sight, and I yelled at him.
Yeah,
I was
and
like,
then
"No,
he comes
we're fighting
back.
this."
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, "We're fighting this, bro."
So, not bad. Pretty good round. There's nothing. The only thing I would say is at the very start, you're jiggling mid. I would have just held it with the gun.
Right. Yeah, I kind of don't know why I was doing that.
It's fine.
Caught out easily.
Yeah. There's just another chance for a kill. Okay. So I'll show you how I would peek this. This is really good for your raise though. You set your raise up very nicely, but she didn't wait, so it's still good though. What? Okay.
I'm just thinking if I stay alive and I could flash for her, like.
Yeah, I would have walked down to the left side, cause I mean I'm just very aggressive in general, cause I know I can get away with it and then E out. But that's what you want to look for, is try to E out a lot whenever you play Reyna. So you can go for like hyper aggressive plays and then E out to areas, but you have to learn how far you can go when you're in your E. Exactly. So here,
True. It's got like a jet dash almost.
Yeah. It is. It just doesn't go as far as quick. So yeah, I'll show you exactly how I'd peak. I think that's going to be the main thing I'm seeing so far, is that you're a little passive at the start of the rounds. And you're not using your flashes, another thing. And you haven't used dismiss much, but they're important, but they're kind of minor.
This was the round that I was talking about, by the way.
Okay.
Where I just pop my ult, I'm like, yeah, I'm swinging this, and it's like, what?
Yeah, I would throw a flash right here for sure.
Yeah. And
you could have killed him too. Also, I don't know if you know this, but the Phantom with Reyna ult is quite it's quite hard to use at longer ranges, as you might know. It might feel.
Yeah. They're really cool. Just pop up.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, if you have the Vandal, you still have that tap potential at longer distances, but you can. I use Phantom sometimes when I Reyna ult. It's just kind of preference.
Skip ahead.
So yeah, that was fine. I would have just thrown the flash high before you peeked. I think you would have got a kill there if you did. Okay, so again, I would like to see us taking a little more aggressive angles on the start of the rounds here. Like, you like to start up back here, but it's very hard for you to get a kill from this angle unless you get one.
Nah, it's yeah, not an easy shot.
No, it's not. It's even if you're like using an op, it's kind of hard. Some people can do it, but it's better if you're just spamming, like an Ares or Nodin. Good try. Yeah, so I think that's gonna make your gameplay like significantly better on this map already.
Playing more aggressive.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I'll show you exactly how you can do that as well. Oh my god, my cat is wild. Okay. So you really like, it seems like you're autopiloting to the window here.
I am, and our team is not very cooperative at this point.
Yeah, I saw the FF vote.
Yeah, you can't hear the comms, but it's not going very well.
Yeah,
on the comms.
my next video is gonna be what to do against toxic teammates actually, and I have a bunch of
Mhm.
shit written down or wrote down just because I know that's a problem.
I like that. I like that idea a lot.
Uh,
Because it's a big problem in Valorant.
yeah, it is.
Seems like.
Also, can you full screen the
Oh yeah, definitely. Am I not?
uh?
Oh no. Oh, we're going back to the
Let's
Overwatch
go on
days.
the Ana. Actually, I swear I had a dream I was playing Ana. That's crazy. Holy shit.
Really?
Yeah, that's
Bro,
wild.
Deja vu right now.
Um,
Just gotta figure out what round we were in. It was this one.
no, full screen in the bottom. There you go. Yeah, now you're in.
Is
Yeah.
that good?
Yeah. Okay, so yeah, what I usually do when I have teammates that aren't very cooperative or just toxic, I just mute. I'll mute either some of them or I'll just mute all of them and try to play my own game as best as I can.
Mhm.
And it kind of handicaps you a little bit. That was a good spot, I think. Good jump.
That one was rough.
Could be better. You can practice it. There's a better way you can do it. You just kind of I'll show you as well after this. I'll write that
Okay.
down.
Guess we just mop them up this round.
Yeah, you spend a lot of time rotating and in passive spots. Like what you're doing on C is fine. Still haven't seen you use flash, I don't think. There we go. It's never really a bad thing to throw one. You could even just throw two.
Could have just thrown one at him.
Yeah, exactly. No reason not to, really.
If I can't skip this.
Okay, so now it's your time to shine here in garage.
Yeah.
Maybe not. Oh,
Yeah.
unlucky. There's actually 3 other places you can play in garage, believe it or not. Actually 4. There's a lot of ways you can play garage. Yeah, nothing really there, it's just unlucky.
Missed shot. Yeah.
See, like, especially on an eco round, if I'm buying a sheriff, I'm just gonna swing out garage, go for a 1-tap. And then hide.
This round was so weird, bro. I remember this.
This is a good way to play garage. Now you're playing it a little better.
I agree, but they're running up C and our ass should just ditch site.
Mm.
So.
Yep. Something you can always do that you're not taking advantage of as well is like fast flanking, but they also have a cipher, so maybe you're thinking about that.
No, I wasn't. I'm just.
Yeah. So that's something you
I'm
could
just-
always consider. You're just kind of playing here in garage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, unlucky. Wait, can you go back 10 seconds?
Yeah, definitely. It's more like 20 seconds, but
It's okay. I just want to see how you swing this guy. Yeah, so okay, that was what I was concerned about. You crouched. I think that's actually maybe why you died there.
really.
Yeah, so like the thing, some people don't have that great of aim, and they're aiming at your chest. But when you crouch, your head actually becomes chest level. So if that makes sense. So you're making it easier for people with bad aim to kill you when you crouch like that. Like crouching is good in certain scenarios, but most of the time when you're fighting someone, not really. So
Okay.
I have that habit as well. I actually unbound my crouch button just because I have that habit, and I don't want
Oh,
to.
really?
Yeah.
Dang. Yeah.
So the
It's
benefit.
definitely a bad habit from Counter Strike.
Yeah, the benefits of crouching are mainly just crouching behind, like, if you think of peeking hell from screens on Split, like, if you crouch, because you can see people's heads there, but if you crouch, you can't. That's, so, like, hiding behind things is good for crouching. Jumping up on things, can get you a little higher whenever you crouch. Yeah, there's a couple other things it's good for, but that's
With taking fights, it's never a good idea to crouch.
not never, but like I don't know.
In,
I don't
in
know.
most 1v1s.
Yeah, most 1v1s, you just, because, like, think about it,
Okay.
whenever you crouch, you can't move as fast as whenever you're uncrouched. You can't strafe.
Right.
Usually when you're shooting a longer range, especially, you want to, like, shoot, strafe, so that they don't just kill you as quickly. But if you're crouching, you're gonna, like, I don't know. It kind of is situational, I guess. I don't know. I just wouldn't crouch as much, though. I think most people in high ranks would say crouching is generally bad.
I would
So,
agree with you. Yeah, I notice a lot of the times, like even when I'm DMing, a lot of the people that I just notice like will just destroy me is usually the people who will just tap strafe, and I'm like, I can't hit the shot, but I'm sitting here spraying them crouched.
yeah, maybe you unbind
And
it
they
for a few games, see what it feels like. Because if you rely on it a lot whenever you're fighting, it's gonna change how you take fights, and it might actually improve how you take fights a lot.
Okay.
I'm ready for this new agent to come out. So yeah, one big thing, and probably the biggest thing here is not rotating from garage, like not starting anywhere else other than garage, but rarely. I think we had this discussion in the last VOD as well.
Yes, on Jett.
Yeah. Here's where I throw a flash. I wouldn't run, I would just throw a flash. This is good, though, because you know that they're coming up B. Good. Here, I'd throw the flash garage or something, because Astra, we know, is there.
Yeah.
That was played quite well, though, because you knew they were coming up B, so you fell back. This guy could be... This is really good. They're not going to expect this. Ace?
Nah, they take it. But
sad teammates take it.
I did know. I mean, I won those gunfights, but I did notice I crouch sprayed every single one of them.
Yeah, so, I mean...
Well, I didn't really need to.
I think we unbind that for a few games, just see how it feels. I think that might help you a lot. And then you can bind it back whenever you don't have it in your muscle memory as much. Yeah, just defaulting to garage, like, you don't need to start here. You're a duelist, you can go wherever you want, wherever you think they're going to go to get kills.
Okay.
And flashes is going to be very important. And sometimes playing garage doesn't even work. Obviously, you died there a few times, so... If you're having a tough time somewhere, you don't have to play there. Because there's other indirect ways you can defend garage. Say from C-site or by pushing mid and flanking garage. Oh, that was precise gunplay. Guy didn't pick up the gun.
Nope.
Damn, they actually know where everyone is. I'm concerned about this raise.
Yeah, our teammates are getting mad at her for not dropping a gun. So I think she just kind of gave up for a minute.
Yeah, it looks...
Started going crazy.
looks like she just doesn't care. But maybe she'll kill them.
Yeah, I think we do in this.
She does.
Yeah,
Oh, she almost does. Surely he won't peek that, right? Okay.
Yeah, how he wins that, I have no idea.
Why he taps it, I don't know either. Okay.
Yeah.
So whenever we have ult as Reyna, we want to just pop as much as possible as well. Just like Jett. So do you do this on other maps where you just play the same? I'm ulting right here. Definitely ulting right here. Do you like automatically play the same area each round on defense a lot?
I do. Yeah.
So that's a very important habit to get out of. The reason is because they're not gonna go garage every round, right? Unless they're just very weird. So it's not your job to hold down garage every round. It's the sentinel's job, or it's someone else's job. It might be your job some of the time because that's where you're playing, but generally you should be rotating around and trying to predict where they're gonna go, so you can take fights that will get you like pick lead, get you man advantage.
Okay.
So that's why
I'm definitely conditioned from Counter-Strike. Like you play your spot.
yeah.
Because there's no sentinel role or duelist. So that makes a lot more sense to me. Definitely.
Yeah, that's actually something that's that makes a lot of sense because Counter-Strike has no rules, so you're kind of expected to just defend your area and
Right.
maybe if you want to swap, you ask a teammate. But this game's a little different. You don't really have to ask anyone if you're. I mean, obviously, again, if you're rotating off of a site and like your whole team's already the place you're trying to go to, then probably don't do that. But because like it seems like you guys have a pretty even distribution, so it's okay to put two somewhere wherever you think they're gonna go. Because like if you start somewhere else, you're gonna be in a really advantageous spot. Like say if you started C, you could be in this back corner to the right on Plat, or in this corner to the right of the Astra Star. Right now you can't be there because they're already pushing, and
Right.
so now you're in a spot that you've already died in, kind of. And let's see if you ult or flash here. That's two things I'm looking for as well. This is good. Crossing's good. Spraying could have worked. Oh, I'm instantly taking that.
Too slow on the dismiss. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm instantly taking that because I got tagged by the drone. This is a good flank because Cypher's dead. So I don't know if that's something you think about, but whenever if there's a Cypher on enemy team, you can try to flank. And if your team does kill him, you get the beautiful flank off because they're not going to expect a flank if they've been, you know.
They're so used to the flank watch being there.
Automatic, yeah. So fast flanking if they have no sentinel is something I always do, like on each site. You can fast flank from every single place on the map on defense. Especially on this map. Okay, so what's the game plan here? Do you have any plan?
Peak mid.
Okay, not bad plan.
Hopefully get somebody peeking.
Still have that flash.
I do. Would have probably helped my team a lot there too.
Maybe. It sounds like your team doesn't care too much, but rotating on this map is very good. I would go up here. I think he just made a noise.
I did, yeah.
Heal's good. Still have the flash. You know there's one A-Link. Or was one A-Link anyway. Good try. So here, it seems like you might go mid again. So you might have the same problem on attack too. Which is by far your biggest problem. Because I don't think it's your aim. It seems like your aim is like decent. Okay, you're gonna go A, the team. Short's fine here. Clear and good. Flash. Flash high.
Yep. Oh, there it goes. Finally.
That's good too. Nice spam. I would just flash high because you get more people that way. And I'll show you what I mean by that. Somehow you have the spike. It's good for your ult though. You know he's low. So another thing I do whenever I've talked to, like, were you frustrated with your team here in this game?
So, I really was not that frustrated with my team, other than Arsova was like mad that they didn't drop, so he's trying to forfeit. He's like, I'm throwing, blah blah blah.
Yeah, that's the person I would insta mute. No questions asked.
Right. So I did kind of argue with him a little bit, but at the end of the day, I was like, whatever. Like,
yeah.
I'm just gonna play.
And if my team's just like pissing me off for no reason, I'll just full mute all of them and then continue communicating as if I didn't mute them. Obviously, I'm not going to be getting comms from them, but this is only in like scenarios where you have like really like teammates that are just like screaming at each other for no reason.
Yeah, it was also our Asher's rank up game, so he was like mad that they were throwing. It was a mess.
Yeah.
So that probably would have been a good idea to just mute it.
But yeah, that's something you could do. I don't know if it affected your gameplay that much, but it is something to think about. And I'm in the mode of making that video today, so you're low. You know you hit him. Not sure how much. Nice. So yeah, again, I would like us to have a plan early, like where we really want to go. So I see kind of like stepping back a little bit. Like yeah, that's especially something that gets me killed. That got me killed a lot.
Okay, I was like, dude, I was not expecting that.
Yeah,
I mean, I knew they were on eco, but damn.
So this is the exact reason that pushing mid is good. Like even if you do that alone, that angle, because you weren't expecting them to be there, right? Like they can see you far before you really expect them to. And if you're just looking at garage door, most people in your rank will be looking at garage door in the position that you're in. So if you push down mid on defense, it's very good.
Mm.
I like this. We get through this fast. This is kind of a long game.
I think it actually gets cut off at maybe like 4 or 5 rounds from now because I ran out of space to record it.
Oh, it's all good. I've got plenty of things to help you with already.
Right.
So yeah, at the start of round, I'm always hugging the barrier. So if you're even like just a couple steps away from the barrier, you're putting yourself at a disadvantage. It's good that you are here, but the only reason they push mid is because they're on eco. So yeah. So you grab spike, which is weird, but maybe you just want to make sure that your team doesn't throw it.
That is what my goal was there.
That's good. That's fine. Sometimes I do that as well. Rarely, but yeah, they could be on this corner to the right for sure. That was not a very great nade. So I would say you're playing passive right now, but we did pick up the spike, so another thing we can do is ask a teammate to come with us in certain scenarios. So like if you have a plan, you can just say, hey, can you back me up, or can you come with me to this location?
I don't know where that trip was.
Yeah, it's just in the middle right there. It's kind of weird. Cypher players. You love starting in window. You love playing in both windows on this map. Okay. You've started window and A. You see how you're like slingshotting around different areas?
Yeah.
I think it's kind of because your team's going maybe without even saying anything, so you're just trying to follow them.
Yeah, that is kind of what I'm trying to do. There's no like, let's do this round from my team at all.
Yeah.
We all kind of hate each other, so.
And this is where like muting everyone's beneficial because you don't have to hate your teammates. You can just pretend that they're trying to listen to you. This is, I don't know why they're playing here. They lost. Oh, I have pull. Winnable.
I think they defuse it. They just stick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Kind of silly. So you really by the Vandal?
Usually I do. Like, for the longest time I was using the Vandal, but then today I just wanted to use the Phantom. I don't know why.
Yeah, it's normal.
I was just feeling it.
Yep. Yep. Not much you could do, really. That's unlucky. This guy should dart, I think. Nice.
He did pretty good.
Yeah.
Even though he was the guy that wanted to
FF.
forfeit and throw the game, yeah. He did pretty good.
I would honestly get bored if I peeked mid like this every round. Especially if no one's peeking me.
Yeah.
So I just need you to catch yourself. We'll talk about it in depth in a second.
Okay.
You understand why? That might be like a bad thing, because it seems like you go from like mid and then you come to here. It's almost every round on attack. I don't know if it would be different if you had like a team that was calling strats. Probably would be if someone was saying like let's go see together or something. But
oh, yeah, but then whenever I autopilot, that's just what I do.
Yeah, so we should change your mode of autopilot into a little more calculated of plays.
Okay.
Even in a game like this. But
okay, you said why would it be bad? I'm not really sure.
Okay, we'll talk about it. You can finish the game off.
Dope.
Throwing a flash. What? You spammed that guy twice. Still throwing a flash high here.
Yeah.
I feel like you hold. Like, there I would have definitely tried to walk up at least. Even though he knew I was there. I would try to walk up on him and create the fight. Because he knows kind of where I am already. Also, just a flash would be really good.
So at this point, we're coming back. So like they were like, we're going long. Grab the bomb. I was like, okay, I'll do it.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty late to it, so it's not ideal, but.
No, it's okay. We have Astral. Would like to see that come down for sure. Will we? Probably not. Good flash. I mean, you could have thrown that a little earlier probably, but still good to throw it. That's probably why you don't like throwing flashes, because stuff like that happens. Nice. You peaked a little much there, but good job. They also had just sheriffs, but it's only just sheriff until you get one tap by it.
Right.
Yeah, that probably doesn't feel good. Peek that bunch and then he's up top.
I don't know why the Reyna's doing
This
that.
Silva's staring at the wall. Yeah, the Reyna likes to push on the enemy team. It's like you guys coming back a lot here as well. Oh.
I don't know how he
Damn.
wins.
I don't know how you guys are about to lose that, actually. Crazy.
Yeah, true.
So here, I would, like, also looking at ults, like, you don't have to be an IGL, but you can just say, like, Raze, let's ult something or something like that. Like, let's ult into garage or, you know, ult B, ult anywhere, literally. This guy's, Reyna's gonna push this. Oh my god. He whiffed. Good job. Reyna could be pushing short. Okay, this is good. I like that play. You get a kill, you move out. And
Yeah, well, I mean, the main reason was because my team's not with me, so there's no point in me just running onto site and running into somebody in a corner.
yeah, but
But
also,
also,
yeah,
go
go
ahead.
ahead. I was gonna say like, just doing that in general. Like, I don't know where you think your team's headed. Like, if they're going C, you could still say like, guys, let's go B, or guys, let's not push yet. I don't know how defeated your team is, but it looks like you guys are coming back. So if you really want to win, after you get the kill there, you could be like, guys, let's group, and then let's push A after this or something, you know? Or it doesn't have
Right.
to be A, it could just be anywhere. Like, let's push
So
into garage together.
I would have loved to make that call this round, but watch our Cypher. He's literally has the bomb, and he's
AFK?
like, I'm throwing. Yeah.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
I think he ends up going, but it was just, these were the comms.
I would just say, like, guys, let's group, try to get the kills.
Yeah.
Let's deathmatch it, guys. So you guys are definitely gonna have to push here. Oh, he's back, okay.
Yeah.
Or he's running down. Oh, he threw the spike. Nice kill. Good job. So that's a play that I like to do a lot, is come in garage like that, because people let you do it a lot. Is that the end of it?
This is where it ends.
Okay. You can stop screen sharing. I'll go ahead and open and show you how I would play this, and the main things that I would do better, or try to do better. So the biggest things are definitely going to be, like, there's minor things, but the big thing is playing autopiloting to the same place on defense and on attack. So I'm just gonna, like, I don't know if, like, after split, if that helped, like, you rotating, because I know you kind of did the same thing, but I don't know if when you play split now.
Dude, yeah, definitely. Whenever I play Jett and especially if I have an op, like, I'm switching to the site where I am predicting them to be.
Okay,
I'm
so
going for the early pick.
So I think it's like a map thing then, because if you do that on split, then we're just gonna show you what we can do on this map a little better,
Yeah, definitely.
because it's the same thing, it's just a new map, and it plays differently. Alright, let me know if you can see.
I can't.
Okay, so we'll start on defense. Also, I wrote down a few things, so I put aggressive plays on Haven. That's gonna tie into, like, just rotating and doing different plays in general. Flashes, definitely gonna show you some flashes. You need to try to improve on your flashes and just thinking of using them a little more. I put jump peeking, I put down crouching equals bad, and I put buy double heal on pistol rounds, since you don't really, I mean, I would just suggest that in general, but
Yeah, that is something that I never do.
and especially because it seems like you don't like to use it that much anyway, so might as well.
Right.
Okay, so if we start here, this is fine. I'm just gonna show you different ways that you can play garage, because, like, you're sitting here the whole time, every time you played here. So this is actually a ramp. This already kind of changes the game. The only thing is they can come in here and they can see a teammate that's sitting over here. So be careful of that. You can still peek like this just a little bit. But this is really good because people will probably not clear this in Plat, but
Yeah.
and you'll still, like, if they're jumping up. Yeah, and they'll come like this. That's really good. Sitting here is fine. I wouldn't really play this, like, ever. Unless I'm just rotating somewhere. Or unless you're spamming, but I don't usually use Ares or Odin. So another way you can play is right here. Or I wouldn't play in the corner, I'd play out like this. And then you might think this is obvious or whatever, but you get the kill, then you E out. And you come back to here. And you can get back to this corner. And then you just tell your team they come up garage window. Another way you can play it is like this. And you'd be surprised, this catches people off guard. Like, whenever you're running up, they might be focused on just window, so they're not looking right here. This is another spot behind here, but I wouldn't suggest playing here too often, because this can be spammed, and it's just kind of not the best spot in the world. So if you do want to play garage, this is how you can do it, but again, this is just one of many spots that you can play. So I'm going to try to show you. We'll go ahead and do C, and then we'll move to B, and yeah, also, wait, one more thing. So, if you like peeking, it seems like you're a little passive that game. I would suggest on defense mainly, you're a little passive. If you want to go for kills, this is one place you can peek. This is probably the least likely place that I would peek, but you can just go like this and then peek window as well. And then this is on pistol round. Like if I was just doing this, I would just see if there's anyone, and if there's not, then I'm instantly starting to run toward window, and then flanking A, because I usually go A or C. But and hold on. So other than that, if you're playing C, where would you normally play? You play this corner sometimes?
If I were to play C, I would play behind the default box and probably spot with like my knife out.
Oh yeah, so I'll show you how to.
Or depending on what gun if I have an op, obviously I'm either posted back on default or I'm up on the plat.
Okay, yep. So another way you can jump peek is if you just jump. An easy way to do it that I found is you can just jump in like a U shape like this. So then you kind of don't really see them as much, but it's still really hard for them to hit you. And if they do see you, they'll probably shoot, so you know if there's someone there.
Okay.
And then that way you're guaranteed you're not gonna just like jump out like this on accident and just land in the middle. So I'll show you, like, again, as I'm explaining all these spots in the map, I want you to treat each of these areas with like equal playing level. Like you can play each of these and they're all equally good spots as long as you have reason to predict that they're gonna come to that place. Okay. So don't put priority on garage just because you've been playing garage or whatever, because this isn't Counter-Strike, this is Valorant. So spots that I play, I personally really like this corner right here. So you'll notice this is quite aggressive. The only downside is if you don't have anyone garage here, usually you'll have like a sentinel holding this down, so there'll be like a alarm bot or like a turret or something. But this spot's really good. You'd be surprised people do not clear this very often, so you can actually get away with like getting 2 free kills here. And you can also peek the cubby, and you can also, if you're trying to hold garage, you can hold garage like this. And if you're trying to hold this, instead of playing like this like you did, I would play it like this. Just because this is it's gonna catch them a little more off guard, but it's not as like, you know, hidden as this, and they're just gonna go to the corner. So just don't play in that corner exactly. Play out in this area somewhere.
Gotcha. And
I generally wouldn't play back here. Like you can. I usually play back here if I'm opping. But this, like, they're just gonna run down sight if you sit here, and you're gonna get like sandwiched. So you can play up here as well. Also, if you take site control, you can jump up here. I do this a lot and just hold garage or long. You can also peek like this. This might feel weird, but I really like this. Another thing that we can do is play up on Plat. I know you said you post up here. This is good for sure. This is good because you can just E across and get out. You can also sit here and just kind of wait for them to come out long. So these are the main spots. This is like here, here, and then you can kind of make up your own. You can get creative. Also, again, if we're talking about peeking, because peeking is a very valid play if you're Reyna, you can peek from here. And then you can peek. I like to hold on the left side like this, and just wait for them to peek. And so that way, if I miss, I can just easily cross back, or I can also just E out, or I can heal and then challenge more.
Keep fighting, yeah.
So, any questions about C? That's kind of how I'd play it.
No, that's pretty good.
Okay, I think you can spam this as well. No, you can spam the corners though. Maybe. No, maybe I'm just silly. Maybe it's just with an Odin. You could definitely spam this with like an Odin Ares, but maybe A site's a little different. So, how would you play B?
Reyna?
Oh, I actually think you did play B a little bit. You kind of like sat back here a little bit.
Yeah. I guess I would challenge mid. I mean, that right there, what I was doing is I was trying to bait him into like trying to chase me, and then the Rays make a big play.
Yeah, in there.
Typically I would like fight window. If I don't get the kill, I'd play somewhere left or right side sight. Okay,
this is fine. So there's actually like 3 ways you can do this. Actually, there's more because you can play different areas on site as well. So I'll show you my favorites and my go-tos. So holding like this, depending on where you want to go, you can start on the left or on the right. If you start on the right, you're gonna see them sooner because this angle, you can just kind of see it sees a little bit farther into the left. So one thing you have to be aware of is that they can come from down here. So what I like to do is I'll say, hey, someone peek mid with me, and then I'll just come like this and then look like this. This is what I was talking about, where people just look at garage doors and they don't expect you to be able to see them. Yeah, that's where you died from the mid push, remember? So this is where I want to get, really, if I'm playing aggressive. Then I get the kill, and you can E out. You see where I am? I can just E out, and I can easily get behind cover here. So I have no fear. As long as I'm comfortable with my aim, I can just get a tap here somewhere and E out back to here, and I'm completely safe. Just remember that this is spammable.
Okay,
so.
You did say that whenever you do that, you're swinging it with a teammate, right? So would you ever do that by yourself?
Yeah, I would. It's beneficial to have a teammate because obviously they can peek you from here still.
Right.
Whenever you're going like this, but still, if you get the tap, you can just E out. So I would definitely do this solo.
Okay.
Also, you can just hold mid. You don't have to push all the way out here if it's not worth, you don't think. But you can also come on the right side and cross the cubby like this, like your Raze did.
Like this, yeah.
And it's quite good as well. It gives you a lot of mid control. And yeah. But my favorite is to come like this and have a teammate, or with no teammate, and just right here, because this is what it looks like. So you weren't expecting it. A lot of people in Plat probably won't expect it. You see, like this, you're probably not expecting a dive from there.
They can see you from there, can't they?
Yeah, your head.
Yeah.
So this is something that I learned very early on. Once I got to higher ranks, like, people took advantage of this a lot. And even in high ranks, people will forget about it, and you'll get free kills there until you do it a few times. You can even do this play like 2 or 3 times, because people, if you think about it, people default here a lot. Like, they just start here, and because they want to look at garage doors, see, and then, you know.
So, funny story, like, when Valorant, like, kind of came out, I think it was after the beta, I remember watching a Sabrosa stream, and he was pushing mid every round like this, and getting free kills, people walking out there.
It's happened to me before.
I'm just thinking, like, this is a pro, and he gives no fucks. He's just walking out mid every round. I'm like, what is happening? But it kind of makes sense, yeah. I mean, that's favors you. Just
playing hella aggressive, like, you'd be surprised how much it can work, especially when you have good game sense, you have good aim. Like, I remember fighting mid, this guy would just one-tap me every single round, like, actually happened yesterday. I was literally playing tenz, bro. It felt like this guy got like 3-4 Ks in a row. He's literally just tap, 4 of our teammates are dead. It's like, oh, well, GG, guys. But this is another spot on B. So this is like all quite aggressive, right? Like, you know, if you're doing this, you're expecting to fight someone. This is if you're expecting a B push and you don't really want to fight all of them. Or if you... I personally do this if they show like right here, and they're not yet pushing garage, or at least we don't know if they are. And I'll just sit right here, predicting that B push, because people rarely clear this as well, even in Immortal, because they'll be like this. They might clear the left, or they might just be looking right here, but rarely will they look like this. So you're gonna get, if you have patience, you can wait for the first one to cross in, maybe even wait for the planter, because they're always gonna plant front sight, unless they plant in that corner. But you can get some kills here. This is my favorite spot to play on B. Unless I'm playing Jett, I'll come up here and just hold as well, like this, especially if I'm opping.
Yeah, I was about to say, like I said, as Reyna, like, I'll just fight mid, but if I'm Jett, like, I'm going Ginny every time I go mid.
Yeah, I mean, these plays...
such an off angle.
These plays are also fine if you on Jett, because you can just dash to here. So, you can just dash over, or dash back, but it's kind of a little more risky. But yeah, I wouldn't play backside. Actually, maybe I would just come like around here and then look for like them walking up like this, or come to the other side. Like, depending, if I showed on this side, I'd go to that side, or if I showed on this side, I would shift walk over to here and then get ready to E out. And then, oh yeah, throwing flashes, I'll make that a separate thing. But you can, yeah, this spot is really good, and you can go to that spot if you've already played that spot. I wouldn't sit back here if they're coming in, because they're just kind of giving them sight.
There's no point in sitting back there, yeah.
You can just throw flashes. Like, I'll just teach you some basics about it. So basically, usually this won't go through the floor unless it's bugged like this for whatever reason. I don't know why this is like this, but usually it'll just hit the floor. So throwing it on the floor is quite good through walls like this, because you can't really miss it. It'll blind anyone here. You can also throw it high. And the advantage of throwing it high is that, like, if someone's like this and, you know, it's not going to blind them on the floor, then it'll blind them here. So flashing high or flashing low are the best. Throwing it just like this is kind of...
It also kind of, like, moves their crosshair up or down.
Yeah, and it forces them to adjust, like, or just hide. So, yeah. This is the flash I was telling you about, though. Like this, they're gonna expect that you flash from like here somewhere, right? Because that looks like it. So.
You could also, if like a teammate short hears them just running up, you can flash for
them. Yeah. So like this is what you want to do with random flashes. It's not just about flashing for kills. It's flashing for info, a lot of the time, really. A lot of time I'll use one of my flashes just for info, and if I don't hear anyone, I assume that there's probably no one there, but there's still a chance that one could just hide from it or something like that. So this is also one of my favorite flashes. Again, you can throw it higher like this, and even higher could flash like over this if you see. So anyways, we can talk about playing A. Where would you normally play A at?
If I'm typically, if I play A, I want a teammate with me to kind of watch short or long. So I mean, if I play long,
you play the opposite.
I'm gonna right, exactly.
Okay.
But if I do play long, I'm fighting long. I'm gonna go for an opening kill.
Okay, so this is again, if we're talking about aggressive plays, I'll go ahead and show you the most aggressive plays. I think we might have talked about this on split. Like whenever you're opping as Jett, you want to take the most aggressive angle first. That's what I kind of do just in general. So like I'll just hold like this, and if there's no one there, I'll just some of the time I'll come and cross like this because this spot's quite good. You can play as far back or as close as you want. But a lot of time you can just hold like this. It's fine. And if there's no one, you can always like flank if they don't have a sentinel, especially. So that's one of the most aggressive spots. You can just hold, or you can go in this corner. So other than that, for long, you can play in this corner. You can play it tight because a lot of the time, if you have someone else playing on site, the enemies will focus on them. So this spot allows you to get kill like here, and then they're coming out short as well. So then again, talking about the most aggressive angles for short, if you're gonna play short, you come here like this. This is really common to peak in higher ranks. So this can get you some free kills, especially some of the time people will just not even be looking here. And you can also cross to here. If you're gonna play really aggressive, you can come up to this spot here, and you actually cannot be seen here.
Really?
Yeah, and this spot has got me killed in like really high rank games. Like this spot is just dirty. So, and if you really want to, you can come all the way up here. But honestly, this is fine because like they're not gonna expect this for sure. They're not, and also they can't really come A at all from if you're holding this because you have long and short lockdown.
Right.
So these are the most aggressive angles, like they're pushing up into lobby as well, and then just holding right here. These are two spots you can use. I would only use this if you have a shorty. I wouldn't even play this if I had a judge because it's quite risky, but it can work. Oh, also, one thing that you didn't clear on attack here is every time you came down, you didn't clear this corner. So if you think about it, they can be here, and I do come here quite often.
Not even see you, yeah. True.
And so I would always just make sure that you're clearing like this. And then it can also be up here or up here. You don't really need to place your crosshair there, just be aware that they can be there. They're more likely to be here. And then like this. And then you did good, you just kind of like make sure that they're not in either of these. And then this corner right here is always good. This is one of my favorites. A little less aggressive, but still very good because you can also hold long from here. So right here, and then the short counter opponent of this one is right here. So there's another good corner to play in, to hold short and long. So you can also just E out to back sight here. Might be a little risky to do that actually. And also just playing back sight here is really, really strong. Because you can just, you know, go like this. So yeah. Any questions here about A site?
No.
So this is how I want you to play. I want you to take the aggressive angles here. Like that, like this, and then here, outside garage, and then C long. So, and then I want you to like rotate around doing all of these. If they've been stomping A, then play A. If they've been stomping C, then play C. If you just killed them all at C, then rotate to A or to mid and push mid and flank A if they're coming A. It's all about predicting where they're gonna go. So all these spots, I want you to try to use all of them pretty evenly. So what else? So flashes. I don't think I need to show you like flashes for every area. It's just a matter of like remembering to use it and remember to throw like high or low or whatever. Because you can't. It's kind of hard to throw a bad Reyna flash. The only caveat is that if they're too far away from you, then it's not gonna blind them. I'm not sure if you know that.
I do, yeah. I think it's funny whenever Reyna tries to flash me from like a really far distance.
Yeah.
I'm like, I'm not blind, bro.
It's only on like usually on Breeze or Ascent because those are the long maps, but
Yeah.
it can happen like say for they're all the way back here and you flash back here or something. But
Yeah.
so just remembering to throw your flashes. Let me think if I can show you. So if you're ever clearing things you can do on attack, because you also just defaulted to here automatically. Things you can do, aggressive plays. Oh, just happened to my mouse. You can just come out here. I would just swing this and not be scared. Just take the fight. Because you're swinging mid window, so you have the confidence. It's just a matter of swinging other areas too. If you're gonna come mid, a good play to do is just spam like this. If you have a phantom, you can spam both doors in one clip. So definitely would recommend that. This is good to scare people that are like playing close off, and you can also just ping, like if you think they're playing right there, and just try to spam them. Sova also darts this some of the time. And then here you can peek like this, but then remember place your crosshair here, because this is where they're gonna peek from a lot as well as you go up, or if they're just pushing mid. So I like to throw the flash right here, because this is gonna flash everyone. If you get it right, like right here, it'll flash everything, as well as in here. Yeah, peeking mid is fine. What you did, this is good. Make sure you're careful of the top, especially if you're playing against a Jett that you know might do that. If you want to default here, you can hold like this, because you know, like for example, that Reyna on the enemy team was pushing, and so this is a spot he might push. You can hold that for like 10 or 15 seconds. You can also just peek long. This is completely fine. As a general rule of thumb, I like to go long much more than I like to go short to push A. And if you're playing with the Sova, I always ask Sova or Sky to drone or dog short for me if I want to go short. Also, I would just ask them to do it in general. Like, so can you drone short? I'm gonna go long, and then you have an actual push set up. So make sure you're clearing right here when you do this. I think you probably would clear that. And then here, I'm looking here. Mainly, they're gonna be back here. They might also be short or like anywhere. Remember to clear all the corners. From here, I'm just gonna flash like wherever I want to flash. I like to flash like this, and then because this takes care of the left side, so I like to peek to the right, if that makes sense, because they're gonna have to shoot the blind or hide. So then I can take that time to walk up here, and I really like to get to this spot right here. This is really nice. It gives you a lot of freedom to work with, and people also don't really expect that when they're coming out of heaven. So I generally wouldn't push, but you can, if you're gonna want to push, you can hold up like this and just wait, and then you can easily E out, dismiss away. Do you want me to show you what I would do to push B and C as well, or?
Yeah, definitely.
Okay, so it's fine to, you can either come from here or you can just come from window. Honestly, probably just window if I'm calling a B push. And also, it's good to just call to push somewhere just for kills. Like, let's walk up B, guys, and look for kills instead of, guys, let's plant B. Because then, especially on a map like this, look how many sites there are. There's a lot. You can easily rotate and get out, especially if your team's like spread out across the map, and one of your teammates gets a kill on like A, and where there's only one person playing, you can just make a lot of noise B, and then they get the kill, then you rotate to A, something like that. So you're gonna peek here. Careful up top. Careful the right side. I usually just jump down, and I start shift walking at some point. Place my crosshair here. Depending on if I want to push or not, I'll just kind of flash like this. I'm trying to line it up for A link, and then I'll just clear everything. And then I like try to get to back site here for sure, because if I can get to this spot, then I can kill someone pretty easily. This is probably gonna get smoked by your team. You can pretty much quite easily get a kill if you get to like a spot like this or something. I'm not really looking to peek like this, because this is where they're gonna be peeking first always, so this is kind of expected.
Right.
This is also good on defending the spike, is just sitting on this, because you know it's gonna be hard for them to hit you since you're elevated. But also you can walk up here. Just playing, I wouldn't play backside, but I would try to get like close to one of these doors here, to one of the links, so that you can kind of just catch them off guard, and then maybe dismiss to backside or reposition yourself in a better spot. So that's how I'd play B if I was gonna take it. Otherwise, if you're just looking for kills, you can just peek like this. I do this quite often. And then just try to catch someone that's like rotating with their knife out, or someone's just peeking and maybe not fully expecting me to be here. And then I just get out. So if I'm gonna push garage, again, I almost always would spam these doors just at the start. It's just beneficial.
Yeah, I never do that. And I do remember I used to play Phoenix, and I would play garage like every round, because I would just flash out garage and
yeah,
you know, go for kills. And as soon as people start spamming me, I'm like, shit, I gotta get out of here.
and also like you can spam window from here like this. But I remember I've made a call before. It's like I said, guys, let's all 5 shoot left door or something, because this is where he plays. Because someone is literally judging there every single round. So literally like 4 of my teammates shot this door and it broke like instantly, and we're had like the firing squad there. Kind of satisfying. So if you could do it alone though with the Phantom, you can break both of these, and if your teammates with you, they might also shoot like here or something. They don't have to. But whenever you're pushing here, make sure that you're aware of this. This is very important to be aware of, because they can just walk out, walk down, and if you're late, they can also already be down here. This is a good spot to get to on defense as well, if you can get to here. So, and you can, yeah, just hold that, but otherwise make sure you're aware of that, and then as you're coming up, look into window, just make sure no one's there. Place your crosshair here. Remember to clear the right side. And if you want to flash, you can, or you can just kind of like peek like this, and then make sure, a lot of time they'll be like playing an off angle like this, so just make sure that you clear that. You can also just throw the flash if you want. No shame in doing that, but if you do flash, they're gonna know you're here, so a lot of time I'll try to get in without flashing, so I can get up to, because if no one's in garage and there's no one here or here, you can get into window, and there's probably not gonna be a new window either. So here now you're in a really good spot. This is one of my favorite spots to be in, because you have options, especially if your team's coming late C and you're here. You can flank C, get the kill on C, or you can come into B or hold spawn. Like you have a lot of options. Usually you're gonna find someone back, like on backside B. You're gonna hear someone in spawn, or you can just flank behind here and just catch someone sitting backside or like somewhere here. So that's why this spot's really good. But yeah, so pushing out from here, I'd usually just throw a flash, clear the left. Also, whenever you flash, did you know that you should wait a second until it's fully up?
No.
Okay, so yeah, I'll show you. So like you'll see whenever it's like the flash won't be fully spawned, so until it's fully spawned, it won't start blinding people. So just kind of look at it, look at the animation of it right there.
Okay, so you wait a second and then you push out?
Yeah, so like if you flash and then instantly swing like this, they can see you. And you probably know this, you're just not aware of it. Like if a Reyna flashes you,
yeah.
Like bad Reynas flash and then they'll just instantly come out. So you want to flash and then start going, because if you flash, that's probably another reason why you're scared to flash, is like sometimes it feels like it doesn't actually flash them. Maybe. Yeah. But just wait a second.
I've noticed it. Yeah, I've noticed it from other Reynas. Like it does take a second to pop.
Yeah,
but I've never thought about it whenever I'm actually playing Reyna. I'll just throw my flash and run out.
Yeah, there's like some noises, and you can just clearly see it whenever it's fully spawned in. There.
Boom. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and then that's what you're gonna look for. So clear the left here. It's kind of awkward because a lot of places they can be, especially if you're just coming out and there's no one long. They can already have pushed here. They can be backside. They can be logs. At this point, you're probably clear. Just make sure that no one's pushed up C long if you're like alone or something. But if we're gonna push C long, I usually, again, I'll just swing this off the start, starting with clearing back Plat, and then here, and here, and then here as well. Cause,
do you like the ADS, the long angles? Like
I actually have been doing that a lot. It doesn't really matter. Like it really doesn't. There's not much of a difference. That the sensitivity is the same. I don't know why I do it, but it's because I've seen a lot of like people do it, I think. But
okay.
It also just kind of feels nice. But you don't have to. Wait, actually, you might get a slight. Yeah, you get a slight zoom. You see?
Yeah, it's like 1.25, I think.
So it is kind of nice. It helps you get the headshot, especially on longer angles like this. It can be beneficial. So yeah, again, this right here. If you're late to see, you always want to clear this, because if you can get to this spot on defense, this is also something good to do. I always, if I'm starting right here, and there's no one, I'll always just automatically kind of shift walk down. If someone peeks me right here, I'll just E back. But if no one's peeking, then I'll get to this spot here, obviously without running. And then I'll hold like this, or you can stay a little tighter, especially with a judge. But otherwise, you're just walking up here, making sure that you're watching the things that they can peek you from. You don't need to place crosshair here all the time, just mainly right here and here, and just expect them that they could be there. And then here's where you're throwing the flash. And this kind of flashes this angle, so you're clearing like this. And then this should be smoked, hopefully, but just be aware of that. And here, you can also flash again if you really want. Help make sure that everything's clear. And then you can come up to logs, like I said. I like to sit in this spot a lot. You can hold like this. Recently, I've been going to this spot a lot, though. So,
I've never used that spot before.
Yeah, no, not many people do.
That.
I would try this for sure, because this is something that no one's gonna expect pretty much ever. Like even in probably rated games, people wouldn't expect that as much, or at all, honestly. But if you're comfortable in this spot, like they can't see you from over this, so just kind of playing around that is nice. But other than that, I wouldn't go back here. This is just kind of bad. I would limit yourself to sitting here, logs maybe, and then like right here is good, because you can E out. You can also just go long or cubby, but I would suggest playing like on this half of the site. And then you can also just peek from right here. Careful of flank. So from this spot you can actually see everything you need to see to hold down sight, which is kind of nice. And if you still have flashes, you can work with those. Any questions?
No.
Okay. So I think it's a matter of you translating how you play on split now to doing this on maps like this map and then other maps that you also autopilot on. So if you autopilot on, like just ask yourself, have I been playing this spot for the past however many rounds? And if you are, then you probably should try to figure out other ways you can push. Because that's the biggest problem I see, and that's probably gonna help you get to diamond. Because your aim's not horrible, like your aim could be better, but I mean, it's a good aim, so.
Thank you.
So yeah, I think yeah, I think you're good, in good shape.
Dope, thank you. Yeah, I definitely could play more aggressive. It also kind of ties into like not wanting to fuck up in the game.
Yeah.
So like if I'm running unrateds or if I'm playing with my friends, like I'll do whatever and I'll pop off. Like I had a 46 kill game the other day on Reyna.
Yeah.
And I was like, dude, if I could do this in my ranked games, I'd be like radiant by now. Like what the hell?
You can. You just have to be willing to make mistakes in ranked, because you're gonna make plays and it's gonna look dumb, but it's a matter of not making that mistake in the exact same way that you did is what's gonna, because like don't be scared to make mistakes. Like if you think something could work and it could be really good, then go for it, because especially on duelists, about being creative. Like throwing this flash right here, not every Reyna does that. That's something that you have to learn, and that's creative to do, and it's a really good thing to do. So, but you might think it's a dumb thing to do as well. So if you limit yourself to not doing it, then it's gonna be worse rather than good.
Right.
But yeah, you just play. You can even pretend it's unrated if you want. Like, don't take it too seriously. It's all just a game. Just focus up on.
That's probably what I should do.
Focus up on your skills, because like obviously you want to improve, but play for fun, but also play to improve, and don't play for your rank. Your rank will come with the improvement of your skills and mechanics. So yeah.
Gotcha.
Make sure you throw these flashes. Make sure you unbind crouch maybe. Try that a little bit as well. I don't know.
Definitely.
And let me know when you get diamond 1 for sure. Sounds like you're going up just a little bit.
Yeah, I'll get there. I'm gonna try to get it before the end of the act, so.
Yeah. I might play a little more as well today for end of act. I'm really excited for Neon.
Yeah, oh my god, I saw a clip today.
Super slides, shit's crazy.
Did you see I think his name's like Jonas.
Yeah.
The guy who plays Solo
Yeah,
a lot.
I was on Breeze.
Breeze.
Yeah, it's broken.
Did you see the other person's point of view of it?
No, I don't think so. I saw one on bind though as well. Literally went from short to spawn in like half a second. That's gonna be patched. I don't know if they're gonna patch it before she comes out, but before it goes to rank, please.
There's no way. Yeah.
It'll be fun to play with it though.
Yeah, that'll be fun.
All right. Well, yeah, I might make a video on the changes on the maps as well. Bruise and
Dope.
bind, I think. But all right. Anything else?
Nope. Thank you for the help, bro.
Yep.
Appreciate
of course.
it.
Yep. I'll talk to you soon. You have a good day.
Sounds good, bro. You
See
too,
ya.
man.
GG's, guys. Much love.